Hi everyone, this is Miss Brown. I'm the calculus instructor for OSSM at Autry. This is a short video kind of going over the aspects of our program here in Enid, and I'll have a slide at the end that has my email address and you can email me any questions. First off, I'm going to start with our instructors. I'm Bailey Brown, I'm the one on the left. And then I teach calculus and statistics. So I'm the math instructor. And then on the right is Miss Mayfoon Estep. She is our physics instructor. What is OSSM? OSSM stands for the Oklahoma School of Science and Math, and we are a branch of the OSSM campus in Oklahoma City, the main campus, and we're a regional center that provides higher educational opportunities, more challenging coursework and curriculum to juniors and seniors in our local area. Our Autry regional branch is a feeder of the Oklahoma School of Science and Math in Oklahoma City. The students that apply to that program are admitted full-time and they actually move on campus. So it's considered almost like a boarding school. The students live on campus, they attend all of their classes on campus, they eat in a cafeteria. So the students who are interested in the OSSM main campus program should look at their website at ossm.edu. One of the nice things about our regional center is that we offer a math and a science course in a 3-hour period as opposed to all day. So students will still need to take an English class or a social studies class at their high school, and we take up half of their class periods for their math and science classes, and then the other half they can go back to their high school for the remaining classes that are required. With that 3-hour session, we offer them twice. One's going to be in the morning and one's in the afternoon, and students are able to choose whichever one fits their schedule best based on their high school. First, I'd like to talk about Calculus BC. Students who enroll and or students who are applied and are accepted to OSSM will take 2 classes. They'll take calculus and physics. The calculus that we offered is considered Calculus BC, which is a full year course, but it covers both Calc 1 and Calc 2 topics that would be covered in a college calculus class. So we continue on the same schedule as the college calculus classes do because they are on a semester schedule. So they'll do 1 semester of Calc 1 and then 1 semester of Calculus 2. Most of the area high schools surrounding Enid only offer Calculus AB, which means that they're taking Calc 1 over the course of 2 semesters. So it's a little bit slower, which is nice because they have a lot more time to develop understanding. But the program that we offer here at OSSM at Enid is Calc BC. So we cover the content pretty quickly and we stay on that collegiate pace. One of the reasons we have to stay on that collegiate pace is because we offer our students an opportunity to take the AP exams at the end of the year. Those are usually the first and the second week of May. And our pass rates have been pretty successful with our 2 subjects areas. So our Calc BC scores, 89.1% of our students have passed the AB portion. That's the Calc 1 portion. So 89.1% of our students have earned Calc 1 credit at colleges who recognize AP scores. And 84.1% of our students have passed the BC portion, meaning that they've earned Calc 2 credit, which I think our scores, our pass rates are higher than the Oklahoma average pass rates, probably because we're allotted a little bit more time than you are in a typical classroom. Inside of my calculus classroom, you'll be in class for 80 minutes. So it's considered a block class because you're here on campus for close to 3 hours, and I take up 90 minutes of that block. Moving on to physics, we offer Physics C Mechanics. There's different topics in physics that are offered, but we specifically teach mechanics with a C, indicating that this is a calculus-based physics course. There are algebra-based physics courses, but we don't offer those here at OSSM. We offer it with a calculus because you're also simultaneously learning calculus in the math classroom. And same situation, the physics class can also take the AP exam. It's a pretty high success rate for that one as well compared to the state average. We're at a 62.8% of our students pass the AP exam, which means that they earn college credit for the first level physics course that is calculus based at the accrediting colleges. In order to get into OSSM at Autry, we do have an application process. The first thing is that applications will come out in January. Me, Ms. Brown, I will go out to all the surrounding high schools. I schedule visits through the guidance counselor. So if you're interested, go ahead and contact your guidance counselor. I'll be making the rounds in January and February. The counselors usually either hand select a couple students or they put an announcement out. So if you're at a big school, listen for the announcement and sign up for our meeting. If you're at a small school, go ahead and reach out to your guidance counselor and she'll be able to provide you with the update. Applications, once I go out and I pass out all of our applications and answer questions, they're going to be due at the end of March. Those will be turned into your guidance counselor, or you can submit them online. There are additional documentation that needs to go with this application. You'll need to provide copies of ACT scores and a high school transcript. After we receive all of the applications, semifinalists are selected and they'll be notified by April 9th. So we take a look at all of our applications, we decide which students have qualified, and we move on to the next round. The next round consists of interviews and a diagnostic exam. Those are scheduled for April 23rd. On interview day, you'll be DCA'd from your school and you'll come to Autry. Applicants will have a 10 to 15 minute interview with a small panel. It's usually 2 to 3. It's either teachers or principals or guidance counselors from local schools. And you'll take a 20-question diagnostic math exam. The questions on this math exam are Algebra 2 based because you need to have a minimum of Algebra 2 already completed before you apply to OSSM. After we do the interviews and the diagnostics exams, finalists will be notified no later than April 30th. Usually our turnaround time is within that week, and I'll send out letters to students who have made it and give them details about how to enroll. And students who haven't, they'll usually be encouraged to apply again next year. Who should apply to OSSM? Any current 10th or 11th grader who has taken at least Algebra 2. So if you are currently enrolled in Algebra 2, you should apply. Or if you're currently enrolled in pre-calculus or calculus, you can also apply. We need to have Algebra 2 on a transcript in order for us to consider your application. Students who have not had trig or trigonometry will still be given an opportunity, even though trigonometry is a huge part of calculus, will be given an opportunity to catch up or review or learn the material that was missed the week before classes begin in August. And we call that our Trig Review Boot Camp. It's an opportunity for students to come a week early to class. I hold class like normal during our normally scheduled class times. And I go through the material that needs to be learned that's in trig that we will need to know before we start calculus. So it's okay if you haven't had a trig class before or a pre-calculus class before, because we can catch you up in that week before class. Students who should also apply, any student who's wanting to earn college credit in a math or a science course, because we do offer those AP exams, you can earn up to 3 college credits by the end of the year. You would earn 1 for Calc 1, 1 for Calc 2, and 1 for physics. So you could essentially knock off 2 math classes and 1 science class by the end of your high school career. Just to recap, students can choose from either our morning session or our afternoon session. I've listed our times on this slide so that you can look at your bell schedule and talk to your guidance counselor and figure out which one is going to work best for you. A nice feature is that our classes are tuition free. Depending on your school, you may have to pay for the AP exam, which we would cover those. I'll have that information whenever it's time to order AP exams. But as far as tuition for the classes, thanks to OSSM, those classes are free to high school students. On average, our class sizes are 7 to 8 students, both in the morning class and in the afternoon class. They do vary sometimes. Sometimes I end up with 5 students in the morning and maybe 10 students in the afternoon. But on average, our class size is pretty small, which means that you have lots of opportunities to ask me for questions, to ask your classmates questions. We typically create a very nice environment for learning, and people feel free to ask their questions and answer them within our class. Students are enrolled in both AP Calculus and AP Physics when they apply to OSSM. It's a 3-hour chunk of time, and you would be here for all 3 hours, and those would be the 2 classes that you would be taking. And if you're a junior, well, if you are a sophomore and apply as a junior, then you can come back as a second-year student your senior year to take AP Stats. I do offer that class as well for second-year students. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email me at bbrown@autrytech.edu. I monitor my email during school hours, so Monday through Friday, 7:30 to about 4, and I'm pretty quick on the responses. Or you can also ask your guidance counselor. She can send me, or he can send me an email as well. Thank you for your time.